Ever wondered how to create a progressive house track like Martin Garrix and Third Party? The first step involves crafting a strong and emotive melody. A compelling melody or chord progression forms the heart of your track, shaping its uplifting and melodic character. Don't shy away from experimenting with different instruments, whether it's synths, pianos, or plucked instruments, to achieve the desired texture. Harmony and chord progression play a pivotal role, infusing your music with a sense of emotion and progression. With a catchy and memorable melody, you've laid the foundation for your progressive house track. Next, you need to layer synths and pads to create lush and atmospheric textures. Consider using multiple layers, each with distinct timbres and frequencies. This approach fills out the sonic spectrum and adds depth to your sound. Don't shy away from experimenting with modulation and filtering, as these techniques can introduce movement and spatial dynamics within your melodic elements. Effects like reverb and delay can further enhance this dynamism, adding a sense of space and depth. With layered synths and pads, your track gains depth and a rich sonic spectrum. Now it's time to develop a punchy and energetic drum groove that drives the rhythm of your track. Start with a crisp kick drum, layer it with a snappy snare, and sprinkle in some hi-hats and percussion elements. This combination will create a dynamic and danceable beat, but don't forget about the groove and swing. It's particularly important in the hi-hats and percussion, as it adds a sense of movement and rhythm to your progressive house track. With a dynamic and danceable beat, your track is now starting to come alive. Structure is key. You need effective build-ups and breakdowns to build tension and anticipation leading into the drops. Utilize the drama of risers, white noise sweeps, and FX impacts for impactful transitions. They're the signals, the drum roll before the big reveal. But don't forget the calm. Create atmospheric breakdowns, stripped-down moments with filtered synths or pads. This provides contrast and a breathing room, a pause that makes the play even more exciting. With effective build-ups and breakdowns, your track is now a roller coaster of highs and lows. Finally, mix your track to achieve clarity, balance, and impact. The art of mixing involves the use of EQ, or equalization, to balance out the frequencies of your track. You may want to cut or boost certain frequencies to ensure that each element sits well in the mix and contributes to the overall sound. Compression is another critical tool in your mixing arsenal. It helps control the dynamics of your track, ensuring that no element overpowers another and that the overall sound is consistent. Moving on to mastering, this process is all about enhancing the loudness, clarity, and cohesion of your track. It's the final polish that brings everything together, making your track sound as professional and competitive as possible. There are plenty of mastering plugins available, or you could opt for professional mastering services for that extra level of polish. With careful mixing and mastering, your progressive house track is now ready to make waves.